In the companion video, Understanding HRP Changes, we look at high-level changes taking place for the HRP databases ODS HEPS and ODS Workday, and how you might not be able to get the exact report you're used to getting, but you should be able to find, at the least, a very similar report. In this video, you're going to learn how to use Knowledge Navigator, the EDW's metadata repository tool, to interpret the table and column changes taking place in the HRP modernization project. If you're using Knowledge Navigator to help convert your local system or queries, you're encouraged to revisit the questions you're answering with your existing system. Workday provides comprehensive employee information. Instead of relying on previous methods to get information, you may find that information is readily available in Workday with just a few clicks.
While Workday is not yet available, you can get help from Workday staff to find out if Workday will provide the information you need at hrp-tech@uw.edu.
Before we look at some table and column change information in Knowledge Navigator, you need to know the different status types to identify changes to a table or column.
Discontinued table.
This means a HEPS table is discontinued and will not be available in new ODS Workday. You will need to get the information somewhere else. Example, if you get Social Security number from HEPS today, you'll need to find it elsewhere, like directly in Workday. Keep in mind that even though a HEPS table may be discontinued, you may still be able to access that information. It just won't be updated once Workday goes live.
Related table.
This means a HEPS table is related to a Workday table. It contains new columns or some columns similar to HEPS information. If you used to look at a specific ODS HEPS table, you may find the same data in one of the related ODS Workday tables, or a combination of tables.
New table.
This is a new table, and a new table may contain both columns from discontinued tables and/or columns that are completely new. To access Knowledge Navigator, go to metadata.uw.edu. Discontinued status. Let's look at the discontinued table status type, and for that, we'll look at the Employment E-Verify status table. There are a few ways to navigate to HRP impacted tables and columns. To view the entire list of impacted tables, click on the HRP link and then click on either ODS HEPS Changes or ODS Workday. In this example, let's click on the ODS HEPS Changes tab. And here we see a list of ODS HEPS tables that are impacted by the HRP project. Let's look at a table with the discontinued status. Find and click Employment E-Verify Status. And click on the table link provided. In the HRP Changes tab, we see that this table is discontinued. The columns are discontinued as well. Discontinued and related status. Let's look at the actual distribution table where its status is discontinued, but it has related tables. Let's go back to the home page, expand the Enterprise Data Warehouse folder, click on ODS HEPS, then click on Actual Distribution. In the HRP Changes tab, we see that actual distribution is related to two different tables in ODS Workday. We can also see these two related tables in the relationship map. Again, we learned that all columns from this table are discontinued. Please note, while Knowledge Navigator is used to show which tables and columns are impacted by HRP changes, it does not always provide specific information on which column is replacing another. Related status. Let's look at related tables where there are actually related columns. Navigate to the ODS HEPS Person table by clicking on the ODS HEPS link in the breadcrumbs. Find and click on the Person table. In the HRP Changes tab, we see that HEPS Person is related to Workday Person. Expanding the related columns list shows us quite a few related columns, though the data type may have changed. If we go to ODS Workday Person, We see both the columns related to ODS HEPS person and columns that are new to ODS Workday person. New status. Let's look at a table with the new status. Navigate to ODS Workday Payroll Results Summary Table. In the HRP Changes tab, we see there are no related ODS HEPS tables and an indication that all of this table's columns are new. Reports and HRP meta tags. Now let's use Knowledge Navigator to look at reports affected by HRP changes and how we can filter using the HRP meta tag. Navigating to the Reports page, we can see white stars and orange circles denoting a report is impacted by HRP changes. This is true for tables and columns as well. We can click on the HRP Changes filter to see only reports affected by HRP changes. Let's view the Academic Personnel Appointments with Demographics report. In the Inbound Dependencies map on the right, we can see a number of ODS HEPS tables that make up this report and may impact this report because of HRP changes. Scrolling down the report details, we see a meta tag for HRP changes. Click on this tag to see everything in Knowledge Navigator with the HRP meta tag. From here, we can filter these objects by type. Workday Conceptual Model. Let's look at the Workday Conceptual Model, which gives some context to the Workday objects we've been looking at. We can find detailed explanations of the HRP conceptual changes in this PDF. To see this conceptual model in Knowledge Navigator, open the repository menu and navigate to Workday Conceptual Model. Click on Academic Appointment. Here we can navigate through a concept's relationships to learn which tables are related to a particular business term. To summarize, Knowledge Navigator is a great way to learn about HRP changes to tables and columns. However, simply noting these changes is not enough. You are encouraged to revisit the questions you are answering with your existing system and to leverage Workday's comprehensive employee information.
While Workday is not yet available, you can get help from Workday staff to find out if Workday will provide the information you need at hrp-tech@uw.edu.